So Ash asked me to jump on and do like a little bit of like my story, my journey, I guess you could say. So here I am telling you guys about it. So my name is Char. Say hi if you jump on. I know some of Ash's first line, some of the girls on her team. I kind of love Ash. I don't know if you guys know this. Hey, Julie! I'm excited to see you guys. I know a few of you. Okay, so a little bit about me. My name is Char, or Charlyn. You may have seen me. I'm married, have kids. I am on Leah, from Leah's Glam Squad. I'm on her first line. So me and Ash have the same sponsor. So Ash and I met, we decided to drive to a training together probably 9 months ago. I don't know, around that. Tori, I just saw that you jumped on. Hi, friend. Anyway, we drove on a training together and decided to, hi, Jennifer. We got to know each other, and me and Ash, I don't know if you saw her post today, but we are like peas and carrots. We go together real well. I love that girl, and you guys are so lucky to have her as a leader. I know that I still talk to her and bounce ideas off of her, so you guys are seriously so lucky because she is fabulous. Seriously love her. So a little bit about me. I'm at my year mark. It's not crazy. I've been with SeneGence for a year. I'm like an old folk. It's crazy. So it's been about a year. So Leah, who's Leah's Glam Squad, I went to high school with her. We weren't really friends, more like acquaintances in high school. And hey, Ash. It's actually kind of a funny story. I was literally, no, not literally, that's the wrong use of that word. I felt like I was going to die. I had the stomach flu and was in bed and was using Facebook to distract me. And I found Leah posting a video about applying lip sense, and she rubbed her lips, and I started screaming for my husband, and he came in the room, was thinking that there was something wrong, and I was like, I don't know how, but I need you to buy this for me. It was pretty funny. So I bought from Leah a few times, and then she asked me to be a distributor, and my first reaction, gut reaction, was not just no, but never. Because I don't do that. I am not going to be one of those moms who does MLMs. I don't do it. No. But then I thought about it a little bit. She sent me some videos that had Nat from Nat Lips Bosses in it, and I was like, you know what? I love it so much. If nothing else, I was sending my friends to Leah and they were buying from her, and I was like, if nothing else, they can buy from me instead, and I can get myself some free lipstick. So that started me on the journey, and it probably took me I bet a month or maybe 2 months before I was like, whoa, no, this is not just lipstick. This is not even close to just lipstick. There were, Nat had already gotten her car. Leah earned her car probably a month and a half after I joined. No, it would have been right after I joined. She earned her car. And I was like, well, people are earning real money here. They're earning cars, they're doing all these things. And that's when I really saw this for what it was and not just a way to get free lipstick. So I have been at it for a year. I am currently ranked at Lady, but I was just going to tell you guys a little bit about my journey, my experience with SeneGence, why I'm here, and kind of what I've learned along the way. So Ash asked me to talk about kind of how it's affected my family. So I'm married, I have 5 kids, and a really short background story. We moved to Hawaii for my husband's job, sold everything we owned. We'd been married for 10 years and we moved. Sold everything, talking down to utensils and tools. We did not own anything. We packed clothes and toys into 14 suitcases and moved to Hawaii. And we were there for about 9 months when the government shut down my husband's job. So we had to sell everything we bought in Hawaii, and we moved back to Utah. My husband had gotten a job here. So our goal was to not go into any debt to furnish our house. And so I have been able to use everything that I've made from SeneGence to buy all of our furniture, which is amazing because it is super expensive to furnish a house. like crazy expensive. And so that's been like a huge blessing, and it kind of took off some pressure from my husband because it wasn't just like paying our basic bills and like some of the things we wanted, but like to furnish a house is a lot and we needed it. So that was like financial, I think, blessings for our family. But for me, sorry, I'm moving stuff around. So for me, I was actually talking to my husband just the other day about this, and he was asking me if money was no object for our family. Like if we were in a place where we could buy anything we wanted, go anywhere we wanted, never worried about it, would I still do LipSense? And I sat and thought about it for a minute, and I was like, yeah, I would. And the reason I would was not for the financial stuff, which is so funny because when I first started, it was such a big deal to me, and it still is important right now. But for me, it's been relationships. So I didn't go to college. I did for really, like, I have my associates, but I didn't like stay in a dorm. I got married really quickly out of high school. My like closest high school girlfriends, one lives across the country and one we just kind of drifted apart. And so I didn't really have like those girlfriends. I have some fabulous friends that were Dev's friends' wives that I've made, but we all were like busy with kids, and we just like never make the time to always get together, just us. And it was always frustrating because my husband had all these friends, from whether it was his old friends or from work, and I didn't have those experiences. So I'm like, you know who my friends are? My kids. My kids are my friends, which I love. I love being a mom. But sometimes it's hard to not have like that adult support, that adult relationships. And the thing that I have gained a lot from SeneGence is I have that now. Like I really just got back from my first girls' weekend. Ash was laughing at me because it was my first one. And besides, I guess I did go to seminar. But this was like a girls' weekend. Like we just went and played, and I had never done that before, ever. And that was amazing to me. Like I couldn't believe that like Ash, I would say, is like my SeneGence best friend. I love that girl, and I would never have met her ever if it wasn't for LipSense. What's funny is we actually have a connection. She's not friends. I am friends with one of her sister-in-laws, but like we would never have met up. Tori, I'm good friends with Tori. Robin, that's on Ashley's first line. I know Julie and Sarah, and there's all these girls that I know, but the reason I know them is because of LipSense. And that is crazy to me. Leah, who I honestly had never talked to since high school, it was weird if I go more than a week without talking to her, it's like strange, like really weird. But another thing that I would never give up SeneGence for is the fact that I've had to really examine the relationship with myself. And I think unless you're challenged in certain ways, you never really have to face that. You never really have to identify who you are, what your weaknesses are, and what you need to do to improve them, and also some of your strengths. I've had to really work on personal development, and there's some weaknesses that have been brought up to me that honestly are kind of embarrassing and kind of rough, but they've been brought to the forefront because of what I do. But what's amazing is I can overcome them. Now, if I wouldn't be doing this, they would just be there all the time. And I've also been able to find strengths that I would have never found if it wasn't for SeneGence. I love training. I love it. It's like one of my favorite things to do. In fact, if I could find a way to just train all the time, I would do it, because I get so much joy from it. And I would have never found that if it wasn't for SeneGence. I would have never figured that out, because where would I have been training? On what? There's nothing. There's literally nothing. Hey, Allison. So I feel like, right? And I am a completely different person than I was a year ago. And I wouldn't go back to that person, even with the ups and downs that you experience with SeneGence. I would not give up the hard parts of what I've experienced, because then I wouldn't be who I am right now. I wouldn't have learned the things I've learned. I wouldn't have overcome some of the weaknesses that I have. I would not have that improvement in my life. And like, who wants to stay stagnant? Who wants to just stay middle of the road your whole life? Like, no one wants that. That's, we're put here to be the best that we can be, whatever your belief is, right? We're not here to just be like, wander through it. Hopefully we get through it okay and great. Like, our purpose here is to be our best selves. And I don't think that I would have gotten there, and I'm not there yet, let's be honest. But the strides that I've made would not have happened without SeneGence, because I've been putting into positions that I would not have been in without it. So that is honestly my biggest takeaway from SeneGence. And I would keep doing it if I wasn't making any money. Because of that, because of not only the relationship with amazing girls who I love these ladies, but also the relationship with myself and the things that I've had to learn and grow from because of it. And I've had, one of the things I've learned, and I've really been thinking about lately, is the fear of failure. I've learned I'm really hard on myself. I hate not being like perfect, and perfect's maybe not the right word, but I struggle when I'm not the best at something, or the best in my mind. And I've had to learn that there isn't like losing and winning, there's winning and learning. And if you can't learn from your mistakes, you've lost. That's when you've lost. But when you learn from failures, or at least what you see as failures, or things that didn't go quite as well as you thought they were going to, or the way it was going to, if you can learn from them and redirect, then you're improving, you're moving forward. And so for me, I've had those ups and downs. My team was growing consistently. I was probably just like a few ranks behind Ash. Like, I was following her like maybe a rank behind. And then I had a ton of girls all of a sudden drop off. They were done for no reason. Some of it was before even the out of stocks. They just stopped and were no longer interested. And that is hard. That is hard to overcome. But to be honest, if it takes me 7 years to hit Crown Princess, I don't care. Because I will not be that person who stops and says to themselves, what if? Like, what if I would have just kept pushing? What if I would have just continued on? Where would I be? Like, I can't live with that. Personally, I can't do it. It would eat at me. And who cares? Who cares if it takes me 7 years to get there? Like, does it really matter? No. All that way I'm progressing as a person. All that way I'm helping women around me progress, which is literally one of my favorite things. Like I said, training and helping, like, I love it. Feeds my soul. And then also, all that way my income is increasing. Like, why would I not do that? Why would I not stay to that? I don't understand. And that's what, I mean, we've talked about whys. I know when Jenna did hers, like, finding your why is so important. And for me, a lot of my why has to do with that, with my relationships, with wanting that and needing that in my life, to stay around these girls, to help other women to be successful, whether that is with huge financial success, whether that's with personal development, whether that's helping them with their family. That is why I'm here, is because I want that. I want that for me and for the women that trust me when they sign up. And so I was just talking to Leah about this, and it's something that is really hard, at least it is for me, is to realize that everyone's abilities are different. And just because someone got there faster or is doing grander things does not mean that you're not putting in effort. And my 100% is going to look different from someone else's 100%. I have 5 kids. I am busy, right? And so my 100% might not look the same as someone who is single without kids. And my 100% would look different from someone who's going to school and working or whatever. Our 100% and what we can give to the business are different, but that doesn't mean that we're not putting forth effort. And so I would just leave you guys with that. I hope that this helped a little bit and kind of encouraged you on your own journey, because I really do believe in SeneGence. Like, that has never been questioned or doubted in my mind, because I saw from the very beginning what this company is trying to do for others. Joni is such a beautiful person, and her point with this company follows so closely with my why. Her point is to help women. If you guys don't know her story, but she was a single mom, had some really awful things happen with a company that she was working for, and was pretty much destitute. And she didn't want that to happen to anyone else. She wanted to make sure that what she did in her life gave women the opportunity so that they were never in that position. And I believe in that. That is my why. That is why I'm here. If I can help even one woman be in that position where she is not worried, where she's not stressed, or where she's become to know herself and grow as a person, I want to do that for them. So find your why and look to your upline, because seriously, guys, she rocks. You guys are seriously so lucky. I love her. So if you guys have questions or thoughts, go ahead and post them up and I will answer, because I'm in this group because I can't get enough of Ash, let's be honest. So I hope you guys have a great night and we'll see you soon. Bye.